Hey guys,
I'm Ricky.
and I'm Bree.
And no matter how we're feeling,
We're gonna be dramatic about it.
There's my pretty pillow.
Pretty flower.
You're so beautiful.
Thanks. You're so gay.
Is that all you have to see?
Mm-hmm. My mom told me if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Your mom's like looking at you.
Hey bitches.
Hey! Oh my god! We're not doing it. I'm gonna bleep all that out. Do you think she listens?
Is she? I know she did to the first episode, but I don't believe she has since.
Okay.
Because she even asked, she's like, oh, what are you doing today? And I was like, oh, Ricky's coming over. And she's like, oh, fun. What are you guys gonna do? I'm like, nothing.
Fuck.
Literally, just fuck. Sucking and fucking.
We're sucking and fucking, Mom.
Yeah.
What else would we be doing?
Yeah, literally nothing else.
Oh,
because we don't do anything but suck and fuck. So.
Suck and fuck. And there's one thing about me, I'm sucking and I'm fucking.
Sucking and fucking.
Sucking and also I'm fucking.
Yeah. That's what.
How have you been, babe?
I've been splendid.
Yeah, you've been okay?
Yeah, okay, now I can't remember. Were we sick last time because we got sick again? I don't think I was sick
I don't
yet.
think you were sick. I know that the baby was not feeling great, and you guys were worried about me coming over because she wasn't feeling great. You didn't want me to get sick. But, we risked it, and I was fine.
I ended up getting sick, so that was really fun.
I think that going for an hour 30 is good because we typically have a decent amount to cut down. And, like, the last episode, we went to, like, 127, and we cut it down to 105.
Which is, like, perfect.
Yeah, because we just like to chit-chat about things you guys can't fucking know. Fuckers.
You dirty little fucking bitches.
Fucking bitches.
You dirty little hamsters.
I should also let you guys know. Oh my god, dirty little hamster.
Yeah.
Fucking love Jersey Shore. And if you don't watch Jersey Shore, we still need to get them on our wall.
I know we do. Okay, like 3 things from my week. I did my hair.
Yes, and it looks so pretty.
It's dark.
And who noticed right away?
You did.
The gay boy did,
Yes. I did it myself. I was just sick of it, so I just darkened it and toned down my blonde. Did that, and then I also got to go to the Morgan Wallen concert, and it was so good. Okay, but I have to fucking tell you, this is so embarrassing. I posted the entire concert on my Snapchat. Not actually, but I posted a good amount. Like every single song that I loved, I recorded and I put it on my public story.
Yep.
Public.
Yes, you did, girl.
And do you want to know how many people saw my public story?
I remember you telling me about it the day after it happened, but I want to know now.
Okay, let's see. 8,000 people.
Baby,
8K.
Wasn't it at like 500 the first time you told me?
Yep.
You're like 500 people I don't even know.
Yeah.
Or maybe
5,000 maybe.
Yeah, one of the two.
Regardless, 8,000 people.
That's
total.
Insane.
And I tried to, so that night when we got home and I realized it was like my public profile, not even just like a private or anything, I had tried to delete like a good chunk of it except for a few songs. So I had gone through, I narrowed it down. There was only a few songs on there that were really good. And I was like, whatever, love this.
Yeah.
It did not delete off of my public because you have to do it differently. When you have things on your public profile, you have to like delete it from like your insights or some shit like that. And then you can delete it from your story.
Okay.
So I couldn't see that all of that was on there, but everybody else could.
Damn.
Yeah.
So talk
about embarrassing.
What was your game plan?
For that?
For recording it for Snapchat.
So I just had a few different people say like, oh my God, I really wanted to be at that concert. Like send me tons of videos. It was public.
And you accidentally made it a public thing.
Yeah. A little embarrassing.
Yeah, and it's funny because the next day when I saw that, I clicked on your story and I was like, oh my God, there's like a fucking billion of those little notches at the top.
It looks like an influencer.
Right.
A day in the life.
Yes. Oh my God. Which, by the way,
concert.
Fucking hate those.
Yeah, they drive me nuts.
What happens is I see like on my like For You Snapchat stories or whatever that I'm not actually subscribed to.
Yeah.
I'll see a hot boy and I'm like, oh, I want to see that.
I'll see the one picture and it's the very last and you have to go through like 100 different fucking snaps.
Fucking annoying.
Yeah. I'm on the same page.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, Jesus, Bria. I thought we knew better. I thought we knew that everybody doesn't want to see your concert.
to be fair,
because not everybody likes,
No, I agree. But to be fair, I had a handful of people tell me that they appreciated it and they were like, hey, thanks.
Oh, good.
So that made me feel a little like less, oh, fuck. Mm-hmm. But it still was
not great.
No, it's just like one of those like, ooh.
I can't remember if we went to the Demi Lovato concert when she came. When she came to Minnesota back in 2018.
I remember going, obviously. That's not what I'm referring to.
You don't remember if we posted about it.
I know we did like some because we literally were so fucking close. We could see the sweat on her face. And do you remember after that concert, I was like, she doesn't look happy. Do you remember me saying that? I said it so many times and you're like, what do you mean? I'm like, okay, she just doesn't look happy.
First of all, I have to give myself props because I'm a bad bitch. I don't remember. It was one of your birthdays. I think maybe your 25th birthday.
I think it was 25th or 26th, but you had done it for previous birthdays too.
Yeah, because like we had been like disconnected for a little bit, and I was like, listen, I got you Demi Lovato concert tickets. And this is like to make up for the last few birthdays and Christmases. So, because we were like, I think row 7 or 8.
Yes.
We were close.
We were so close. It was so good.
It was so fucking good. And
that was a really good show. She could just fucking sing.
She could sing. She still can. But she just looked so, and I am gay as gay calm. But she looked hot.
No, she is hot though. Yes. Like she is just like thick but like toned and looks so good.
But back then, I swear to God, like that was like for me one of my favorite Demi Lovato eras.
Yes, mine too.
She looked
that
incredible.
album.
That album was amazing. Her hair was flawless. Her outfits were sexy.
Makeup, everything.
Oh my God, yeah. I don't remember what song it was, but there was one song where
I know.
No.
Oh, okay.
We can talk about that too, but
no, we don't. We don't have to. That's okay.
There was one song where there was literally a man and a man grinding and humping, a woman and a woman grinding and humping, and then a man and a woman in the middle, and then I think she was like dancing with a girl. So she's covered all the bases.
Yes.
And I was like, I am hot right now. This is incredible.
And fucking bothered.
And some of the pictures we got were so good.
Yes.
Like her smiling like while performing.
And they are not zoomed in. They are just taken like that.
Yes. That was so cool.
And then I go to Morgan Wallen and we're literally touching the back wall of the US Bank Stadium.
Seriously?
Not the back wall. Okay, so I do have to tell you this because this fucking sucked.
I wasn't going to mention that, but I was like, babe, if you're going to post this much on your public story,
he just was so good live. That was like, but it also wasn't for my public, and it wasn't my public. We were in section 334, so we are on the top, the top of the top. You can't get any higher. Mm-hmm. And we were in row 15. Let me tell you, the fucking calf leg, the whole leg workout you got every time you had to go up and down those stairs.
I was like, did she say calf?
Yeah.
Are there baby cows walking around?
No. They were like straight up. Okay. They are up, and like the stairs they're kind of like the smaller ones. Mm-hmm. So they're like, you're barely taking like a full step too.
That's horrible.
So it's like your legs are fucking burning. You can't breathe. I'm hammered. And I'm like, I can't go on.
Oh my God. Okay, so what I was going to say earlier is that I took a couple shots just because I'm spending the night tonight. And I already feel a little warm just from the couple shots I took. So if you were hammered having to do all that, I can only imagine how hot you were.
It was horrible. And like my hormones, because I was just about to get my period too, so like my hormones were just like out of whack. Like I remember getting ready and I was like sweating when I was getting ready. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on with me? Like I don't understand. Like I'm never like that. Normally I'm like, I'm either warm or cold. I'm not hot and cold, and that's what it was. And I was like, oh, fucking A. And those stairs, man,
it doesn't sound like it was fun.
And then I had the boots on.
Oh, yeah.
I had...
Yeah, you guys are so cheesy with everybody wearing cowboy boots.
Okay, but you know what? I found those boots at Target. They were my size. The last pair left for $28.
Okay.
So I had to do it. And I wasn't going to wear them because they weren't breathable at all. So like when you're walking around, they're hot. Like, and my feet are like, they're already kind of warm normally in shoes. So I was like, oh fuck, I probably shouldn't do it.
That's what's kind of surprising to me is why. I mean, if you think about it, like the logistics, you're a cowboy. You're out in the hot sun riding a horse.
Right.
Why would you pick footwear that's so hot?
Boots.
Like
little boot scooting boogie.
Yeah.
New boot goofing.
You'd think that you would have picked something, I don't know, a little bit more breathable.
You know what, though? I love a good cowboy.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen.
But you had a good time overall?
Oh, I had a great time.
Okay. Was it better than Demi?
Honestly, okay. Because the genre, like, the music genres are different.
Just getting ready to pull out my knife.
Fucking just cut you, bitch. No, but you know, like, the music genres are different. So it's like, the shows are different.
Yeah.
Like, Demi was a performance. She was putting on a show.
She really was.
And, like, Morgan Wallen obviously was doing the same. Like, he's putting on a show. He's putting on a performance. But it's a different kind of performance.
Yeah.
But at the end of the concert, I did say it was one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And if I could have gone... So we went Thursday night, and he did 2 nights here in Minneapolis. If I had the money to go, I would have gone again.
Yeah.
I would have gone Friday. But they were so expensive. Like, our tickets in the nosebleeds were like $140 a piece. And then after fees and taxes, I think for all of our tickets, like, we spent a pretty penny.
Yeah.
So it's like...
I feel like I remember in total... I can't remember for the Demi Lovato tickets if I spent $250 total.
Sure.
Or if it was $250 each, so $500.
Yeah.
But well worth it.
Regardless, that's not bad for where we were. Like that, even if it is $250 a ticket, that is not fucking bad.
For where we were.
Tickets are over $1,000 for Morgan Wallen.
Yes. And when I paid for, I was going to go to the Olivia Rodrigo concert. And
what happened?
I paid for those tickets, and it was like the same price for not nearly as close. Like we were, if like this is the center of the concert, and like there's rows kind of like where we were with Demi, there was sections all around that.
Yep.
And we were in one of those, so we weren't like in the further back or anything. So we were
the
still
lower
closer.
level.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we were still not like up front to the stage, and it was still close to $500. And I was like,
sometimes I feel like lower level tickets are really good though, because you are at an angle and you can see everything that's going on the stage, and you're still close enough where you can see them.
Yeah.
For like Morgan Wallen, he looked like a fucking ant.
See, that is one thing that I will 100% stand by. I am not going to go to a concert unless I have an experience like the Demi Lovato concert.
Or something similar.
I just won't.
Yeah.
Because I can watch, like, for example, you know, we're both really into Sabrina Carpenter.
Yes.
And I'm watching all the live performances of her songs that have been coming out recently. And I get really good quality live performances by watching them on YouTube. And I didn't have to pay anything.
See, I'm going to have to disagree with you there, because I like... So, like, for Morgan Wallen, we did not give a fuck. Like, I just wanted to be there. I wanted to go. I wanted to see him live. I'm obsessed with him, as literally everybody is on the internet.
Yeah.
But I didn't care. Now, with the seats that we had, I still had the best time. I had so much fun. And, like, if I listened to because his whole concert is on YouTube, I could have sat in the living room and watched it and would have had great, like, visuals of him. But it's not the same. You know what I mean?
And I would never say that it is the same. I'm just saying that, like,
if you're not close, you're not going.
Yeah, if I'm going to the concert and I am still having to watch the screen because he's so far away, that, like, the Taylor Swift Eras tour, like, a lot of those people are just having to watch her on the big screen.
And that's what we did.
You're too far away to really see what he's doing. And I remember I went and saw Miley Cyrus when it was like 2008. Kelsey, my friend from middle school or high school or whatever it was, her dad bought tickets and she took me, and I was so grateful because I love Miley Cyrus.
Right.
But we were pretty far away. And so I remember most of the concert, it was just like watching the screen.
And it's hard. It's hard when it's like that, because it's like, you just want to be close.
Yeah.
Like, I knew so many people at the concert that night, and I was like Snapchatting all my friends that were there, and they were also in the higher levels. 2 of my friends, I don't know what the situation was, but somehow they got down into the pit that night.
Wow.
And I was like, you fucking bitches. You didn't come get me. Because I would have said bye and gone with them. Mm-hmm. I mean, I wouldn't have. I would have.
Yeah, come on. Let's be real.
It's Morgan Wallen. I would have.
Yeah.
But, like, I just think the pit would have been, like how basically we were a pit for Demi. And that was amazing. We just had seats.
It was, yeah. Because, there wasn't really like, it wasn't like a rave vibe where everyone's standing. But we were for a lot of the concert.
Oh, yeah. I think I stood the entire time.
Yeah. And it was so funny. I remember we were sat next to a gay guy and his girl.
I'm still friends with them on Snapchat.
Me too.
She just had a baby.
She did?
Yes. Yeah, she just had a baby boy.
That's crazy. And I still stand by, she looks like, I mean, Ashley Tisdale is real life, but she looks like a real life Ashley Tisdale. Yes. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she is.
She's so pretty. And then, I still see the gay guy on my Snapchat stories
I do
all the
too.
time. I'm like, wow, these guys, I'll never let them go because that was just such a fun night.
I will never take them off of Snapchat or anything.
Yeah. But you had asked, so I don't want to forget to tell you that with the Olivia Rodrigo concert, I around the time of the actual concert started to get some really bad social anxiety, and I kept thinking about how I am going to be surrounded by so many people because the concerts now are getting out of hand.
Insane. They're huge.
And think of the kind of people. Think of the kind of people that are going to go see Olivia Rodrigo.
Young girls.
Yeah.
Lots of teen girls.
I did not want to be a 31-year-old man in a room with a crap ton of,
It's fair.
teen girls. And I was like, you know what? It's okay. And don't come for me, but I personally did not like this album as much as I liked Sour.
Yeah, Sour was like
top tier for me. I'm a sad girly, so I love sad music, and I just loved that album. And this album was great, but I didn't like it as much as Sour, but I did see that the set list had a decent amount of both songs, so... In that regard, I still could have gone and been happy, but I just got a lot of anxiety about being surrounded by so many little girls.
Yeah,
screaming. It's like I don't want to. I can't.
So did you just sell your tickets then?
Yeah,
okay.
We just sold them. We sold them on Ticketmaster, and they were sold like that.
Yeah,
so
that we had to do that for Bad Friends for Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino. We sold them on Ticketmaster.
Okay, and
they sold so fast.
Yeah,
I was like, thank God,
because
it would have been a bummer if you couldn't sell them and then you just don't go.
Right. I mean, we would have gone, but there's no way those tickets were going to sell.
Yeah.
It's Olivia Rodrigo. But now, I don't know if you know this, but Sabrina Carpenter... Yes, you do. Sabrina Carpenter has officially announced her tour.
To you.
I saw it the moment it came out.
Yeah.
I actually I went to her website and signed up for her newsletter just because I wanted to know what's going on.
You did?
With her. Yeah.
That's so cute.
Because I had done that with Olivia Rodrigo a long time ago, so now I still get random shit. And I was like, well, I want to do this for Sabrina too. So I did. And then it told me the minute the tour dropped. And I was like, oh, she's
coming. I saw
coming.
on TikTok, and I was like, that's when I sent it to you. I was like... We should go.
Yeah, she going. But I immediately was like, no, tickets are going to be incredibly expensive.
They are.
Way too expensive.
Where's she going to be? Do we know? She's at Target Center. So it goes Target Center, XL, and then the US Bank.
Oh. Where was Demi, do you think?
XL.
Okay, so she's in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. And XL was where all of the shows used to be. But now they're at US Bank because, like... It's just bigger. You can hold way more people.
I also remember I was at work the minute that the Sour tour tickets went on sale for Olivia. I was on the website, and then all of a sudden it was like, well, you didn't have any sort of like a pre-sale or like a Q code or anything. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And apparently it's like this whole new thing at the time. Now it's not so much new, but
yeah, the pre-sale.
It's like a whole fucking thing that they're doing, and it's like to avoid whatever, but whatever they're trying to avoid still happens. And so it's all just fucking stupid. But I heard that there's a lot of drama with the Era Tour tickets with Ticketmaster.
Why?
A lot of people were having trouble getting tickets because of
bots.
Shit. Yeah.
Somebody had passed like a bill or something or a law where like people can't buy X amount of tickets, or maybe they're still trying to pass this, but it's like you can only buy so many tickets and like you can't resell them for much more than what you bought them for.
Oh.
Like how people did with the Eras tour, how people like would go and buy like bots would or other, they would buy like hundreds of tickets or sell out a whole section.
Yeah, I think what is happening now is, or I think what was happening that was really frustrating is that people were not able to get tickets when they should have been able to get tickets, or they were in the queue for hours and then nothing happened. Apparently things like that happened with Sabrina's tour too.
It makes sense though, because she's like the it girl. Or going to be the it girl if she's not.
Yeah, she's right up there now. I see a lot of times there's these like posts that are like, name a duo that would break the internet, and it's Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter. And that 100% would break the internet.
Yeah, it would.
Have you heard about that story?
What?
So, Olivia Rodrigo was dating Joshua Bassett.
Oh, yeah.
From High School Musical.
Yes, and then...
The musical. Yes. And then, I don't know for sure the timing, but...
shortly after.
They broke up, and then he started dating Sabrina, and then the world... With the songs that Olivia was releasing, the world felt really bad for her. And then they found out that she was talking about Sabrina. Allegedly. No one knows for sure. And the world vilified Sabrina.
Yes, I remember all of that because it was all over TikTok at the time.
The world turned on Sabrina, and they made her.
But then she came out with the song to be like, no.
She came out with a song called. The first song I think that she came out with was called Skin. And it's all about like, you want to tell your side of the story? Well, okay, I can tell mine too. And maybe in another world we could be friends, but clearly that's just not the case here. And I just need you to know that nothing you say is going to get under my skin. Like, you can keep putting out these songs, basically. But
right.
And then she came out with another song called Because I Liked a Boy, which is all about, like, the world made me this villain because of a fucking boy.
Yeah.
I'm a slut. I'm getting death threats because I liked a boy. And also, by the way, when all of the hate that's coming at me is happening... The breakup already happened, babe. There's no relationship to hate me for. It's done.
It's already done. And now she's with Barry Keoghan.
Well, we don't... Apparently, we had this... When we recorded last time, we were under the impression they were together. But she was on some sort of an interview or something where she was talking about relationships. And she was like, I get it. I understand that everybody wants to know who's dating who. But... It's just like basically she just was like, I'm not saying it's no one's business. It's no one's business but my own.
She totally is though, because he's at every fucking show of hers.
Yeah.
Backstage kicking his feet like a little kid.
It's
like,
so cute.
It is. It's so cute. It's so sweet. But you know for a fact, like, they've gotta be together.
I know, and I hope they are because they're cute as hell together. Just so precious. I'm glad that we actually got on the topic of Sabrina Carpenter getting vilified. Because of...
Oh, bitch, I'm excited.
Because of what happened with Joshua Bassett.
Yeah.
Because for this episode...
He's not even that cute.
Oh, he's fine.
Side note.
He's fine.
Yes, but like...
He's nothing special.
No, but like Sabrina and Olivia.
Yeah. He's just a boy.
Yeah.
And they're just girls.
Just a girl.
Yeah, they're just girls. And like, I just think that it's wrong that anybody was vilified for anything.
Nobody should have been. It's a relationship. People do it all the time.
Exactly.
Like, you date people, you live, you learn. It's what the fuck ever.
Right. But I'm glad that we got on this topic naturally, because today's topic is all about female celebrities that society as a whole has just failed. I feel very passionately about...
chat about Amanda Bynes?
We're going to chat about a few different girls.
Okay.
A few different celebrities that have just been wronged by the world. And I've always felt really passionately about these situations, but I just thought...
Britney, bitch. Now's
the time to talk about it. So, the first person we're going to talk about, surprise, surprise...
It's Britney, bitch.
It's Britney, bitch. So, I did some research to be prepared for what we're going to talk about. So, I've got it all mapped out here.
Speaking of Britney Spears, though, let me just side note really quick. Did you see that Justin Timberlake got a Dewey? Did you see all of the TikToks where they're like, point of view, you're the cop asking Justin Timberlake to walk the line or do the sobriety test, and they're just like dancing?
No, but I did see a TikTok of this.
They were too much.
I saw this. I saw this TikTok of this like middle-aged woman. I don't know, middle-aged. She might even be around our age. But she's
we have to remember we're almost middle-aged.
Okay, well, we're not there.
Fucked.
We're not there. But she's acting out what the interaction with Justin would have been like. Yes. Like cop versus Justin. Yes. Like, okay, I'm gonna need you to get out of the car. And he goes, but I can't. No. Bye. And he goes, man, sir, I don't know what you're doing, but I need you to get out of the car. He goes, but it's me. It's me. Don't you know who I am? No, sir, I have no idea who you are. You need to get out of the car. Oh, this is gonna ruin the tour.
This is gonna
The what?
He's gonna be here.
I don't care.
I do. I love him. I have been a Justin stan since
You're gonna
day
hate the
fucking
first
one.
sentence of
I
my
know.
Britney Spears
I'm sure because
segment.
I know that there was a lot of fucked shit that happened between the two of them, but people live and they learn and you become a different person, and I hope that he has done that because I know the shit was fucked up, but I still fucking love him.
That's okay.
I don't even know that I love him, but I love his music.
Yeah.
I think that's it. He's just talented. He
Yeah.
is. You can't deny
and I
it.
also saw posts of like Britney Spears in 2024, Justin Timberlake in 2024, and his is a DOI picture and hers is like coming home from the beach, like living her best life.
Yeah.
And good for her.
Yeah, she should.
Okay, so the first sentence of my Britney Spears section is, first of all, we don't like Justin Timberlake.
I love him.
That just has to be said. Okay, so this is going to be factual information that I'm going to be giving everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Except for that was more of an
I
opinion.
feel like, is it factual though, or is it one-sided? And it's her how she felt. That's just a question. I don't even know what you're gonna say. But you know what I mean? How do you fact check these things?
See, okay,
Or is it like her story?
This is the part when I say I don't want ya. What song is that?
Ariana Grande.
This is the part when I say I don't want. Is that Break Free?
Yeah.
I love that song.
I'm stronger than I've been before.
I love that song. Okay, so this is the part that I was gonna say is like the thing that sucks about all of these girls is the world has vilified them without hearing what they have to say.
Yeah. No,
and
and
not
that's
giving
a huge
them
issue.
a chance.
It's
So
huge.
I'm going based off of what they had to say.
Okay.
And I feel like that's fair.
You're going off their stories.
Going off of their
there
stories.
are 3 stories. Your side, my side, and the truth.
Yeah.
And everybody should be heard.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like they have not been heard, these women, long enough. It's fucking time they get to
Well, I
be
mean,
heard.
yeah, for fuck's sake, how old are Justin and Britney? They got to be in their 40s.
I think they're at like
Mid
40.
40s?
Yeah.
Early 40s, something like that.
Yeah. So when Britney and Justin were together, Justin's popularity grew more and more as she did. Eventually, Britney became pregnant, and she was very excited about it, but he didn't want it, and he pushed her to have an abortion. Mm-hmm. Because of the media, they didn't want to do this in public, so they did what needed to be done privately at her home. She spoke about how much pain she felt while experiencing her medically induced abortion. Quote, "One of the most agonizing things I have ever experienced in my life." End quote. Also, all of the Britney Spears stuff, most of it is coming from her memoir that came out at the end of last year. It's titled The Woman in Me. I highly recommend you either listen to it on Audible or wherever, or you read the book. It's very
I want to read it.
It's honestly the inspiration behind me wanting to do an episode like this. Later, Britney Spears married Kevin Federline, and everything was great at first. She talked about how he made her feel so safe, and there was times where they would just hold each other, and there was nothing sexual about it. It was just like all he wanted was just to hold her and
It was just like
protect her.
love.
It was just love.
Fucking K-Fed.
And everything was great until, again, Federline got a taste of what it meant to be famous, and then his attitude toward her completely changed.
And you could see that though, like through the tabloids and like the magazines, you could see how like they were really happy.
Yeah.
And then something changed.
Yeah, absolutely. And before she knew it, he was treating her as if she didn't exist. And this was after they had 2 kids together. He just decided, I got what I needed out of this. I'm famous now. I'm done. So he
He got his bag and he said bye.
Yeah. I also didn't mention that Justin broke up with Britney Spears after 2 or 3 years of dating over a text message. So.
Was text message even a thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe that.
And as back to Britney and Kevin Federline. Britney was told that Federline was going to be filing for divorce and that it would look better if she did it first. So, to avoid embarrassment, she did. And the entire world vilified her for it. Mm-hmm. While Kevin Federline's album was hyped up in the process. So again, Britney was treated like trash by the world because of a relationship she had with a guy just like Sabrina Carpenter. Over the next year, Britney was scrutinized by the media more and more, and it finally all came to a head when Federline kept their kids away from her.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Finally, she was so sick of it, so she shaved her head.
I feel like there's more to that story. I feel like she shaved her head.
This is from CBS News. Mm-hmm. The choice to shave her head was an act of rebellion. Britney Spears writes, against years of voyeurism and tabloid scrutiny that had targeted her since her... I don't know how to say that word. Meteoric?
Meteoric? Probably, I think.
Against years of voyeurism and tabloid scrutiny that had targeted since her meteoric rise to fame in the late 1990s. Quote, I'd been eyeballed so much growing up. I'd been looked up and down, had people telling me what they thought of my body since I was a teenager. She wrote in one excerpt from The Woman in Me. Quote, shaving my head and acting out were my ways of pushing back, she says. Not long after that, the whole world had turned on Britney Spears so much that a conservatorship was granted, giving her father power over her for 13 years.
Going back to the shaving the head thing, okay, this is my take on this, and I truly believe, like, in my opinion, I feel like she shaved her head because they were going through a custody battle, and I feel like he could have been like, she's on drugs, because she appeared like she was not okay, whether that was mentally or like she was exhibiting behaviors that like a drug addict or drug abuser would be doing.
Yeah.
So to me, I always thought that she shaved her head because she was scared or didn't want to have like a follicle test done.
And that could be, but I feel like I don't want to invalidate you at all, but I feel like a lot of that opinion is coming from what we were fed from media growing up.
I just don't know. I guess I don't remember if people said that.
If you, like, for example, everyone knows that Lindsay Lohan was going through drug and alcohol abuse. If 100%. You looked at the pictures of her at that time, you could tell she was on drugs.
But Britney looked like that in those pictures after she shaved her head with the fucking umbrella and everything. Like, she looked like she was going insane. So it was either mental or it was drugs.
That specifically, that was a paparazzi that was outside of Kevin Federline's house, stalking her while she was trying to get in to see her kids. But again, Kevin was ignoring her.
Yeah.
And this is all in the book, by the way. And there was a man, that paparazzi guy, who just kept looking at her like, so how does it feel?
Well,
how does it feel not having your kids?
Yeah, I'm
Imagine
sure she
if that was somebody
antagonized.
doing that to you with Rowan. He just kept saying like, it must suck not having your kids,
I would get physical.
Exactly. She says that in the book. She's like, I think a lot of people would do a lot more damage than taking out an umbrella on a car.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, like, she just looked like she was unwell.
She looked crazy because that's how the fucking media made her look. When in reality, this man is aggressively pushing her and taunting her for something that she has no control over.
Right. No one. I agree. I'm just saying, like, when you look at the pictures even now still, it's like you see the look in her eyes. She looks fucking crazy. Yes, and it's like I said, it's mental or drugs when I see that. So the shaving the head thing, but I agree with how she thinks too, like being judged for everything. And she's like, fuck you guys, I'm taking back like what's mine.
Yeah. But I will say, I would do the same thing. If somebody was keeping Rowan, if Bailey was keeping Rowan from you, and then somebody was taunting you, being like, must fucking suck, huh?
I would hurt somebody.
Exactly.
No, I really would.
And I feel like now that we know all this, it's like, okay, yeah, Britney wasn't fucking crazy. The world was just pushing her.
No, and 100% I agree. Like, people know how to get under your skin, and they know how to get a reaction out of you that they want.
And the part of this whole thing with Britney that breaks my heart the most is if you look at videos and pictures of her in 1999 and 2000 and 2001 and stuff, she's so sweet. She's so cute. She's
just a sweet little country girl.
Yeah, and if you look at pictures of her now, she won't, like, she looks great still, but you can just tell she's just lost that spark. She's lost that
gone.
It's gone. It was burnt out of her. And now she won't even go near music anymore because they ruined it for her. We all, as a society, ruined this whole dream for her. All she wanted was to be a performer. And the whole world just kept pushing. And it's just really sad.
Yeah.
So the next person that I'm going to talk about is Ashley Simpson.
Loved her so fucking much. I guess the only thing I remember about her was just people hated on her for lip singing in the SNL performance.
Yeah.
Who cares?
That's actually something that I have always felt kind of strongly about, is that Britney Spears, you can't tell me that 90% of the time Britney Spears doesn't lip sync.
We talked about this. I mean, even Taylor Swift in the Eras tour.
Really?
Yeah, she lip syncs.
Oh.
But you have to remember, it's a 3.5 hour long or 3 hour long performance.
Yeah.
You need to rest your vocals. You can't be constantly singing. Like,
if you overdo any body part,
you're done.
It's gonna get bad.
Yes.
And that includes your vocals, yeah.
But Britney, we talked about that in a previous episode.
Yeah, like, Britney's not here to sing. She's good at it.
She sings a little bit.
She's here to dance.
Yeah.
She's here to put on a show. And why is everybody okay with that? But the one time that Ashley Simpson was caught lip syncing, the world turned on her.
Didn't she have something going on? Like she was sick or something?
We're going to get into it. So, in 2004, Ashley Simpson was given a reality TV show titled The Ashley Simpson Show on MTV. This was a spin-off of the reality show Newlyweds, Nick and Jessica, which focused on Ashley's older sister, Jessica Simpson, and her then-husband, Nick Lachey. The success of this reality show and her debut single, Pieces of Me, which came out on June 29, 2004, helped propel Ashley's debut album, Autobiography, which came out just shy of a month later on July 20th, 2004. This album sold almost 400,000 copies in the first week.
I believe it. That album was so fucking good.
It was bop after bop after bop.
Fun fact, I cut bangs in 5th grade because of Ashley Simpson.
That's
not
really
even
funny.
kidding.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Inspired by Ashley.
It was the highest selling debut album by a female artist that year. And in total, it sold over 2.5 million copies by the next year.
That's insane.
That's insane, right? On October 23rd, 2004, which is like 4 to 5, however long months after the album came out, everything went downhill. Ashley was supposed to appear on an episode of SNL to promote the album, and if you don't know, Ashley Simpson was caught lip syncing, and here's what happened. Her band began to play the song Autobiography, but a vocal track started playing the song Pieces of Me. So the words for Pieces of Me are sounding, but the band is playing the music for Autobiography, so it's different. The vocals started happening before she even had the mic to her mouth, because the Pieces of Me starts off like right away, basically.
Yeah.
And she wasn't expecting
I feel like they fucked up, or somebody like fucked up on purpose to like out her.
She said the drummer was supposed to press the right, like the button for which vocal track played or something, and he messed it up. That it was an accident.
Okay.
The band tried to switch from playing Autobiography like they were playing to play Pieces of Me again, which they had just finished playing. But it just caused even more confusion. Obviously, Ashley was mortified, and she began doing an admittedly awkward little jig of a dance before she just walked off the stage. Because what the fuck are you going to do?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I watched that live. Because I was so excited. She was like the musical guest.
Yeah.
And
I actually watched it when I was doing my research just to really
see it again.
It's just to make sure I understood what happened and watch it. Earlier this year of 2024, Ashley Simpson explained what happened that night. Quote, I had done my rehearsal the night before, and then I woke up the next day and I couldn't speak. I saw the voice doctor that day, and I had 2 vocal nodules that were beating against each other. That day I said, I will not go on. I don't care. I can't speak. Meanwhile, I'm not even saying this. I'm writing it down because I can't talk. End quote. Ashley has stated numerous times over the years that her label encouraged her to perform with the pre-recorded vocals. Quote, my band has never practiced this. This is not going to go well. I can't do this. End quote. And she was right, because after the lip sync fiasco on SNL, Ashley was faced with strong backlash from her fans and the media. Even after a 60-minute segment came out that supported Ashley's explanation, she still continued to be ridiculed by the world.
Which is insane, because she can fucking sing.
I know.
We have seen it time and time again on the show. You've seen other live performances. Yeah. Like, it is very clear that she is talented.
Yeah.
She can sing.
Yeah.
So, like,
and it's because of
what
one
the fuck
live mistake.
And how many fucking people lip sync? Like I just said, Taylor Swift fucking does it.
I know.
And like, we're just gonna cancel basically this girl.
Yeah, she was one of the first people to get canceled because of
before cancel culture existed. Yeah. She was canceled.
It breaks my heart because I was a huge fan.
I was too. I loved her.
I still am.
I do too. Her. Yeah.
I mean, she's on the wall.
I was gonna say where.
She's right here. She's that girl.
I know.
At that time too. And I just felt so bad for her because, like, you know, she's probably under so much pressure to keep going because her sister was Jessica Simpson, and she's in that shadow and everything, and you know, it's a big deal to follow in that kind of legacy, those footsteps, yeah. And so being in that kind of a situation and having your label being like, okay, this is what you're doing. I'm sorry, it was 2004, and she was a little girl who had just started.
And she was sick.
In the music industry. What is she going to do? Say no? Is she going to fight back the label, which was probably men?
Well, and I don't think you can... Like, I think what they say goes.
I mean, I don't know, because I feel like now... The artists are like, yeah, no, I'm gonna fucking do what I want to do. I'm sorry, well, I don't care.
But like, that's the difference now. Exactly. Like from now and then is like contracts are way different and like
I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just sucks because like she didn't want to do it, but they forced her.
It's sad.
This whole drama that happened just effectively ruined what could have been a really big and a really wonderful career for her. Because, like, she did come out with another album. She did tour again after that. It just sucks because with Ashley Simpson, like I said, I've always been a really big fan of her. I don't know if I ever told you, but I actually saw her in concert.
You did?
She was my first concert.
Mine was Aaron Carter.
I think you have told me that.
Yeah, I have.
But, yeah, she was my first concert when I was in 6th or 7th grade. It was 2005, so whatever that was. And I went, my mom bought 4 tickets for her, my brother Joey, me, and then my friend Kathy, randomly. I don't even know if Kathy was a fan.
Sure.
I think she just went along because she was my friend.
That's so funny that Joey went to see Ashley Simpson.
I know.
That's so funny.
I know. It was so weird. But I remember that, you know, I've always been a big boy, so I could never really fit into, like, merch clothing. Mm-hmm. And so I always go for the accessories kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And so I got this, like, cardstock framed photo.
Yeah.
And it's black, and then when you open up, it's a picture from the photo shoot for that album. Oh. And it's signed.
Oh, that's cool.
And I don't know if it's like actually signed or if it's just a print, but I love it. I still have it. And it's great.
I feel like I have something like that from one of the concerts I've been to, like a cardstock thing like that.
Yeah, it's just cool.
Yeah.
It's just really
cool. It is cool. Well, hang on to that forever.
Oh, I will. I will. But yeah, it's always just broke my heart that this girl had such a bright future ahead of her, and she really had some talent and some like real raw emotion about what it's like to grow up in the shadow of someone like Jessica Simpson. And
well, I think that's what made her so like likable too for a lot of people.
Was like, I feel like I can relate to this girl. You know, she's angry, and I feel like I kind of
feel the
too.
anger. I'm angry for her. Yeah. I might be angry about similar situations. Right. Like, fucking A, she's just the shit.
Yeah. And just to think that she was just completely vilified for something that was not in her control at all. It's just another story. That's sad. The next person is our Lord, our Savior,
Sabrina?
our girly pop. No.
Hillary?
Lindsay Lohan.
Our Lord and our Savior and our Mother, we have so many of them.
We have so many of them.
I can't even keep track of them.
But Lindsay Lohan, man. She's so good.
Okay. Lindsay, in her prime, was the fucking it girl.
Absolutely.
She is gorgeous. She is so pretty. She is so talented.
I feel like there's Lindsay and then there's Hillary. Hillary was like,
she's the sweet all-American girl.
Yeah, and then Lindsay's
was like, I'm sexy, I'm fierce, I'm fucking here. Yeah. Like, I am me. Like,
they're
unapologetically.
Both fucking amazing girls for
good
different reasons.
Too.
Exactly.
Both of them.
Exactly. So for Lindsay Lohan, I don't have as much as I did the other two.
Sure.
Because it's really just cut and dry.
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan was doing great. You know, she had done a few different projects up until Mean Girls, and then Mean Girls happened and came out in 2004. And then pretty much right after that, in 2005, that's when alcohol and drug abuse started showing.
It's so sad. But, you know, when there is alcohol and drug abuse like that, it truly, like, I guess maybe now it's like, maybe back then it wasn't so much of, like, these questions and wondering these things. But in today's day and age, you're like, what was going on behind the scenes for you to have these addictions and, like, these, you know, this substance abuse and everything.
Absolutely. And,
like Amanda Bynes.
In 2005, Lindsay Lohan was 19 years old. Where were her parents? Where was her team?
Spending her money.
Yeah, where was her team? Where were the adults in her life that were supposed to be supporting her and taking care of her and making sure she was okay? Because it just got worse. 2 years later, in 2007, the abuse got more and more intense, and she was only 21. In 2010, at 24 years old, she was arrested for violating terms of her probation. Again, she's 24 years old. Where the fuck are the adults?
Where is somebody to help her and give her guidance and just be like, we need to figure this out.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, let's talk.
Did nobody, like, genuinely care
But I think
enough
that's
to
what
want
it
to help?
is. I think in that kind of situation, I think that she kind of had the power and the control because she was the one that was making the money. She had the money. So she was able to do whatever she wanted, and everybody was fine with it. That was kind of like in that team, and that should have stepped up and been there for her, but they were too busy spending her money and living their lives.
Yeah, and we kind of saw that with Demi Lovato, where
Same thing.
She was struggling, but, like, she had the wrong people on her team.
Exactly.
They weren't really there to help.
Exactly.
As much as they should have been, or they were helping in wrong ways.
Yeah, she didn't have the support system just like Lindsay did.
Yeah,
and they both needed it desperately.
Yeah. And just overall, because of everything that was happening with the drug and the alcohol abuse and the partying and everything with Paris Hilton and stuff like that, the world just turned on her and made her this huge villain and made her out to be like some horrible person. She's 24 years old, you guys. And we were still kids at this point.
Right.
We were still growing
teenagers.
up. But, like,
when this was going, and younger, probably middle school.
And if we had been adults, I just feel like we would be like, whoa, why are we treating this 24-year-old girl like she's some, like,
out of control fucking person for no reason.
Out of control monster.
Yes. But that's the other thing is that today and then back then when she was going through those things and when we were younger, like, all of these things were viewed so differently.
I don't think that's right.
See, I do.
I will say that things have changed because...
But, like, look at mental illness. Before it was, like, almost... It's mental illness, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, like, it was frowned upon before. It was something that was almost shameful. And, like, you didn't want to talk about it. And, like...
Now it's, like, we talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about it.
And
let's
I think...
bring light to it.
I think what's changed with this is that... Prime example, Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
The world was turning on her because of a boy. But instead of taking it and... suffering like Britney and Lindsay and so many other female celebrities that have just had their names tarnished because of a fucking man. Sabrina Carpenter was like, really, guys? I'm 20 years old. Are we seriously gonna make me out to be some huge fucking slut because of a boy? No.
But I also...
Whereas back then, I just feel like it wouldn't have been as like accepted by society.
But I also think, like, social media and everything is so different, and people also have that I don't give a fuck energy that people didn't have before because they were too scared to have it.
Exactly.
And now people do.
They saw the girls that came before them that were just fucking shoved into the dirt anytime they try to fight back.
Speak up or anything. Yeah.
And then you have the people that did speak up, like, wasn't Madonna pretty known for
I think so.
Speaking her truth and doing what she wanted, and whatever. I feel like people like that, like, you love her or you hate her, and I feel like a lot of people looked down on Madonna because she was so outspoken.
And her, unapologetically.
Exactly. That was all the research I had done for the episode, because I feel like the other females that we're going to talk about are a little bit generalized. We can generalize them a little bit. Not that we ever should, but, you know, we talked significantly about those three.
Yes.
So I just wanted to honorable mention Miley Cyrus.
She's another one. 100%.
She's another one.
Like, when she decided, like, fuck you, Disney, I'm fucking done. This is who I am. And, like, take it or leave it. Amazing.
We thought amazing.
Bangers album.
Amazing.
Bangers era.
Amazing.
Literally the best thing to ever happen to Miley. Just kidding. But honestly, at top.
One of the top ones,
yeah.
But do you remember all the adults at that time were like, oh my fucking God, Miley's a whore.
But that is because their kids and their daughters were watching her and, like, looking up to her.
Okay, go ahead. Keep justifying.
No, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying, that's what it was, though, because the same thing happened for Britney Spears.
Yeah.
For my mom and me.
Yes, that was something that Britney Spears had said one time in an interview, was like, somebody said, like, how do you feel about the fact that little kids are watching you and you're behaving this way?
Yeah.
And Britney was like, I'm not their parents. So if they're gonna let them watch me, that's on them.
Well, and that, like, my mom never was like, oh my God, like, she's a whore about Britney. It was just like, she's a little bit more adult now. She's a little more promiscuous. Like, she's doing her thing. There's nothing wrong with it. But, like, I don't necessarily think you need to be...
taking in that content.
Yeah. Like, when I'm a Slave for You, that... I don't know that album, but when that came out, that was, like, her... I'm an adult. I'm fucking
her
hot.
first album,
you know, sweet, innocent little...
Baby, Hit Me One More Time.
Yes. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah, that album.
I just think of Chad Michael Murray in Freaky Friday when he's outside the window singing it, and then Jamie Lee Curtis takes him out.
Yes.
Iconic.
Oh my God. No, that wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis. That was Lindsay Lohan.
Yes. Yeah. My bad. Yeah.
But...
and he goes, ugh.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times my brother and I would rewind it to watch it again?
Really?
Because we thought it was the funniest fucking thing.
That is so fucking funny. Yeah, I really do love that fucking movie.
Me too. But, and they're coming out with another.
They're coming out with another one. I give anyway.
Me, you, and Christy should go see it in theaters.
Oh my fucking God. Yes, that would be so fucking great. I would love that so fucking much.
It would be fun. I really like her. Fun. I mean, I've only met her
Christy,
one time.
We're going.
Yes. No, the three of us have to go. This is it. This is our date. This is our plan. These are our plans. Whether you're here or not to make them, we're going.
We're going.
You're going to be there. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
We're just going.
Especially because I think you guys live like a half hour away from each other.
Yeah, she's not
so
far.
It's not that bad. But yeah, so back to Miley Cyrus. Sorry.
Yeah. No.
I just remember when, you know, she chopped off her hair. It was a little sad for me because I was so big Miley Stewart vibes fan.
Hair though, like Miley's hair, beautiful, big, luscious. Locks, beautiful, mermaid hair. Gorgeous. So it was
a shock.
It was a shock, and then the bleach too. Like, I love her, but her natural hair is it for me. Like her being a brunette, stunning.
Right. So it was a big shock for me too. But then once I started to like see what she was doing, I was like, fuck yeah. But like again, she's just another case of a lot of people, the media,
they failed her.
All the different like the talk shows were talking badly about her. All the adults in the world were talking badly about her. And it's like, oh my God, you guys, she's like 18, 19 years old. Shut the fuck up.
She's just a baby.
She's just having fun. What did you do at 18, 19 years old?
Literally, you just weren't put on a fucking pedestal and like broadcasted to the world.
Exactly.
Because trust me, when I was 18, 19, girl, bye. I was crazy.
Exactly. Same. I mean, that's when you're learning the most. And then, obviously, there's Amanda Bynes, which everybody knows Amanda Bynes. Nobody really knows the story.
No, but...
what that's happened with her?
I feel like... Okay, so I watched that Nickelodeon documentary. I didn't watch the last episode, but...
honestly, I haven't watched it, and I don't think I'm going to.
It's good.
Just because... I'm afraid it's going to make me really sad.
It will. It definitely will. But also it's like, holy fuck, like all of these things were going on and like we didn't know.
Yeah.
We didn't know about it. And like you would have never known about it.
Did you know that Dan Schneider?
He's just a fat piece of shit.
Did you know that he...
gross piece of shit. Rotten hell.
I know. But did you know that he's like suing them for defamation or something? It's like, fuck out of here, you piece of shit. You've had your fucking time. But with Amanda Bynes, she, like I said, we don't know the story specifically as to what occurred and what took place in her life to get her from where she was to where she is. Because she's never said her story. But she's changed so much. You just know she's been through some shit.
Really sad because, like, yes, she's living her best life right now. Like, she is doing what makes her happy. She's a nail tech. She's this, that. But she, in all of her TikToks or Instagrams or whatever it is that she, like, posts, it's very sad because she just has, like, dead eyes.
I know.
And she just looks so...
It's another spark has been killed inside of her.
100%. Like, there's just... she looks lifeless.
I know.
And it's heartbreaking
she really
because...
does.
Like, watch, she's the man. And then watch anything now and it's like, that spark was killed. She is not her. Like, she was robbed.
I know.
And it's sad.
No, you're right. Actually, Jocelyn sent me a couple pictures of Amanda.
Yeah.
From, probably around like 2013 or something. And then a picture of her in like now.
Yeah.
And they're so vastly different. It's like two different people. It's like, what happened to her?
The
what
life
did they
got
do to her?
sucked out of her.
I know. It's really fucking sad. I love her so much. One of my favorite, like all-time favorite movies is, She's the Man is a great one, but is, What a Girl Wants.
So good.
It's so good. It
So
makes me
good.
cry every time. And then a couple other honorable mentions that I wanted to say was Paris Hilton was a big one. But I think what's cool about Paris Hilton is that she was like putting on a show.
Seriously,
Isn't that
and
so
she's so
mind-blowing?
intelligent, and like her real voice
Her real
is like
persona
is
it's so
insane.
it's so crazy.
I love
it's
her.
Like she knew what the role was, and she's
yeah.
like, I can do that.
Yeah,
I can do
I'm
that
actually
better than-
I deserve an Emmy, an Oscar. I need all of them.
Exactly.
Like,
She was doing it just for fun.
Yeah.
She was just doing it just for fun. And I just fucking love that because she knew the game.
Yeah, she
and
did, and she played
that
it.
fucking game. She
But you
beat
know,
it.
she got her bag by doing that, and like,
100%.
congrats, girly.
She beat the game.
Yeah,
She leveled up, babe.
Paris. Ugh,
We love you, Paris Hilton.
We fucking stan you.
I honestly have been trying to look up how to stream The Simple Life.
Oh, I loved that show.
Just because it's so unserious and I feel like it's so comedic, and I feel like I would really enjoy it, but I've never seen it before. I've never seen it before. No.
Oh.
Till college.
Fort Hill College.
Do you know what that's from?
Yes.
You are grounded.
Fort Hill College.
Till college.
What is that from?
iCarly.
iCarly, yeah. I could see, like, her face and Spencer's face, but I couldn't think.
Are grounded till college.
Fort Hill College!
Till college. Okay, so yeah, Paris Hilton's another fucking great one that is great for this this whole topic, but then also Demi Lovato.
But Paris wasn't villainized.
No, but I'm just saying, like, she wasn't. No, you know what, bitch? She was. She played the game. She was better than the game, so that's why it didn't ever seem like she was being taken down, because she was like, I know what I'm fucking doing.
She also didn't give a fuck.
Exactly.
And that was like, she was probably one of the first people to not give a single fuck.
Exactly. That's pretty much all I had for you for like the whole. We need to stop villainizing women in every sense of the word, but especially female celebrities that just don't deserve it. I feel like this topic was really needed to be discussed. I don't think that anyone's talking about these female celebrities, and I just thought it was a good topic to talk about.
I agree. I think it was a good one.
So just leave female celebrities alone, and don't believe everything you hear in the fucking media.
Just, if you can't be nice, leave people alone.
Exactly. So that's it for that.
We do have our first guest ever
on
the podcast.
On the pod.
And that would be my husband, Bailey.
Come on down, Bailey. Sorry, we don't have an extra mic for you, so you're just going to have to
Just
squeeze on in.
Here.
And just...
I think that's the wrong ear.
Nope, that's right here. Here's
Hey,
your
baby.
Pepsi.
Thank
Hey.
you.
You didn't grab me a claw?
Oh, shit. I'm grabbing you. Hold on. We're always on the same page.
Why?
Because I thought earlier, and I was like, well, should I just come in and interrupt?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what a nice surprise.
Hi, handsome.
Hello.
So, everybody, this is Bailey. This is Bree's husband and my daddy.
Hello.
Hello.
We thought we would bring him in. Tell us about yourself, Bailey.
Hi, I'm Bailey. I'm 25, and my name's Bailey.
Wow. Hot. Riveting.
Yeah, it is. That's really good news.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
tonight we're actually going to be partying it up a little bit, and
We have a treat for you.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a drunk episode next week, so we're getting ready to go.
We're preparing.
Yeah, right.
I'm drinking Pepsi, getting fucked up. I'm just kidding.
Did you take a shot yet? We're going to do a cheers?
We're going to do a cheers. Here's to courage. Here's to honor. If you can't come in here, come on her.
I know that's right.
God, I'm just not a lot of space in between. Just like claustrophobic a little.
Are you calling us fat?
No. It's the microphone.
Yeah, you're right. Also, we are going to be redoing the studio at some point.
We would like to know what you want to see the walls painted.
Yes.
And what decor.
Yeah, because we're going to be switching up where we're recording, and I think we're going to keep this pretty much the same for now, because we're still so new with this.
Yeah.
But if you think that the background should be like a fun, different color, like
pink, purple,
hot pink or purple, or just, I don't know, like a
gray.
off-white or gray or whatever,
Let
that's
us
fine
know.
too. But I think eventually we're going to try to get comfy chairs, instead
That'd
of
be
this.
nice.
Because it's not comfortable being turned the whole
No.
time. So if we had our own chairs, our own cameras and everything, it'd be nice.
Third
We're
mic.
gonna step it up.
Yeah, a third mic for our handsome man.
Yeah, there we go.
But to
We're
finish
gonna
off
have
this episode,
you pick the advice question.
Oh, okay. Savannah. Okay, this is from Savannah. How can I get over my boyfriend who never loved me?
Damn.
We dated for 3 years. He pretended to love me for the last 2. He used me for sex and because I bought him things. He was emotionally abusive, so was his best friend. I heard him talking shit about me, saying he just hopes he doesn't get me pregnant. He broke up with me because his best friend gave him an ultimatum. It was him or me. He made his choice. This was 3 months ago. I still cry. Still, I wish I could talk to him and try to make it work for some stupid reason. I've joined Tinder, but I'm still not over him. Any advice helps. Thank you.
it's funny
Leave
that you
him in the fucking past. That's sad, but also, girl, bye.
Yeah.
Say bye.
Well, he's a piece of shit. Why do you even...
Why would you want
even
that?
want
If you
that,
felt
honey?
used and everything else, somebody else will...
Yeah,
treat you
there's
so much better.
always going to be somebody better out there for
Yeah.
Right, Bailey?
Right.
you. No, but seriously, you just can't
Watch your
settle.
fucking mouth.
If there's anything that we've learned from our breakups, people fucking suck.
Yeah.
But they don't all suck.
No,
No.
you will find somebody who it'll just feel right and click and make sense.
Yeah.
Right.
You just have to you just have to let go of the bad ones.
You do.
And honestly,
I'm working on it, Savannah.
All right.
honestly, when in our breakups episode, we talked about how there was a specific moment where, oh, I hate him now.
Yeah.
This should
Where
be
it
your
clicks.
moment.
This should be
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But it might not be, and she might
need a
unfortunately
little
have
bit more.
to go back for more to get to that point.
But try not to. Have some more respect for yourself.
Yes,
than that.
love yourself more.
Yeah.
You deserve better.
As you should, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Savannah, if you can, just try to leave him in the past, girl. It's not worth it.
no,
It's just not worth
it's
it.
really not.
You deserve more.
Yeah.
Say boy bye, get rid of him. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode, guys. If you have any needs for advice, please send us an email. Do you know the email address, Bailey?
DramaticAFpod@AOL.com.
That's what she said.
No, say it. Say it.
DramaticAFpod@AOL.com.
That's my boy.
That's
In
it.
the subject line, put advice. Otherwise, we ain't fucking answering it.
Yes! That's my boy.
That's my man right there.
Yeah, so send us that email if you need any advice, and we will most likely get to you as well at some point in one of these episodes.
Yeah. 100% we will.
Thank you so much for coming back for another episode of Dramatic AF, and tune in next week to see us drunk, tipsy.
I think that requires one more shot to end your.
Yeah, come
end
on, let's
this.
send it off.
Come
Might
on.
as well.
Close it off with a good one.
Yeah, it hasn't been too long.
I have a stopwatch. It's been an hour and 13 minutes.
What is your problem?
I'm dying. All right, cheers, motherfuckers.
Right,
Cheers.
Bye.